Hello everyone and welcome to Canteen Cup. My name is Scott and I hope everybody's having a great Thanksgiving. I'm doing a little outside work today and thought I would share with you. I hope you all can see this. What I have here is some tanks. They're empty, they're for water, and I'm getting ready to fill them up. We've been rather busy. And so I'm getting to the point now where enough things are done where I can start worrying about other things. And what I'm doing with these is I'm adding chlorine, and then later on I'll fill them up either later today or tomorrow, just depending on what goes on. So these tanks are between, I have these smaller ones are between 40 and 50 gallons, and then using my calculations I figured it needs about 1 tablespoon per one of these to get a 5% chlorine solution, which is enough to kill all the bad stuff that you may get in water. And if you do this to all your water that you're storing, if some bad gritty stuff gets in there, it's not that big a deal. And it'll preserve your water supplies. You have to excuse the mess back here. Like I said, we're still kind of moving in and trying to get things done. Now, when you do this, don't get this on your clothes, or don't put it on clothes you like. Like I already may have done that to my kind of shirt I like here. This is one of my wife's projects. But like I said, I will come back. I will come back when it's all said and done, and I'll fill all these up, and then this will be my water storage. It's about, I think it's about 800 gallons when everything is all said and done. All right. Well, I may have to come back out and do that one. There we go. And so what I'll do is, after I get these ready, I'll go back in the house and I'll get my wrench, or I'll go out to the garage and get my wrench and get that other one free. But you guys don't really need to see me crawling around the house. As you can see, we're still really kind of organizing things. I know you see a little dirt and specks on here, but really what'll happen is if I have to use this water, I'll probably filter it anyhow so I don't get overly concerned. Yeah. All right. Now these guys, I was using rainwater collection here on these, and these get 7. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now these containers, these are food grade, but I will filter them anyhow, just as I'm not overly sure of what was in them before. We'll do the same thing here, put 7 in. Doesn't take much. All right. All right, like I said, I'll either come back out later on this afternoon or tomorrow and start filling these up. And they'll give me, like I said, 550, 650, 750, about 800 gallons. And it does a couple things for us. One, it gives us drinking water, but something else that's important is maintaining your sanitary conditions, and we do that by using some of that water to flush our toilets. And we have low volume toilets. They take about a gallon, a little over a gallon to flush. All right, everyone, I'm back. While I was gone, I put chlorine in that other barrel, and I ran a garden hose, and now I'm filling it up. Today's Thanksgiving, and you know, the work doesn't stop. There's always something to do, and you know, if you let things go too long, then they don't get done, or when you need them, they're not complete. So I've done my share of the cooking, or my part of the cooking, which I made Cajun dirty rice and Cajun dressing. And my wife is putting the finishing touches on. It's we'll probably have people over here in the next half hour or so, but in the meantime, I'll start filling up barrels. We had these filled up in our other home, and then when we moved out here, it just took us a while to get things, you know, situated enough where we could, you know, go down our priority list. And so the property's coming along, but I really want to talk about the, you know, the homesteading lifestyle, and how it, to me, and how it differs from the prepping lifestyle. You know, out here we try to work our land, and we try to get it ready. We try to do things to it. We try to create a level of, you know, self-sufficiency, but it's a constant thing. Food prep is a food preservation and food preparation, food production. It's a lifestyle. It's not something you do you know, every other Saturday. Every day you're working towards those goals. And the same thing with water. You know, I had some time today in between cooking and having our family over for Thanksgiving to get something done. And while this isn't a real heavy duty job, it needs to be done. And then once we get it done, then I can forget about it and move on to something else. But you know, homesteading is a constant thing. Yeah, I have a job. I'm semi-retired, so I still work. But when I'm not working at my job, I'm working at my homestead, and we just kind of keep things rolling. Also today, I got myself a GoPro camera, which I'm using now, and so far I like it quite a bit. Number one, I get to use both my hands. You know, where before if you have a selfie stick or something, one hand is you know, trapped by the selfie stick. Before, when I was measuring the chlorine for the tanks, I had a head strap, kind of like what you use for a headlight, but it goes around here and over the top, and it allowed me to aim the camera. There's also an app on my phone where I could preview the view. In other words, I can put it on my head, and I open up the app in my phone, and I look at that, and I can move the camera up and down till I get it to where I like it. Hopefully that came out pretty good. But I'm still playing with the GoPro, and so far I really like it. But getting back to homesteading, like I said, it's a constant thing. You know, we talk about, you know, guns and knives and stuff. When you get out here and you start working your land, that stuff's just not as important. Yeah, I still go shooting. I like to shoot, and I still go shooting, and I still like guns, but it's not as high a priority. Higher priority is getting my land clear. Let me spin this for you a little bit, show you kind of what I'm talking about. If you look at that, that's one of my next projects, is to start clearing out all of that and then making it in such a way where we can grow things or have livestock or chickens or something to make ourselves more sustainable. We have members in our family who have goats, and so we may try our hand at goats. We have people around here that have mules and burros. We may try our hand at that. Chickens. And so, you know, that being said, we have a lot to do. We still have a garden to put in. We got a place cleared out and leveled for it now. Now we have to till it and get topsoil, and we have to get the soil right to grow things. You just don't, you know, churn the ground up and plant things and expect them to grow, especially here in Georgia where there's a lot of hard red clay. You know, there's just not a lot of nutrients for stuff to grow in. So, you know, that being said, you got to prepare your land. And like I said, we may not get a garden in this year. We're going to put our garden over that way, and we may not get a garden in this year, but we'll spend a lot of time getting it ready. And then maybe next fall, or even next year is when we'll put our first garden in. So it's an ongoing process, and you know, it is a lifestyle. You're doing stuff every day. To quote a friend of mine, Pastor Joe Fox, on Viking preparedness, he says, "Do the best you can with what you got where you're at," and that's what we're trying to do. We are big into food preservation. We can foods, we dry foods, we pickle some. Maybe this coming year I may try my hand at fermenting foods. There's just a lot to do. Not enough time to do it. Like I said, I like to go shooting, so I try to throw that in, you know, hopefully a couple times a month, and to keep my skills up there. And then there's other practice I do, but you just got to keep going. And you know, I don't worry about the big one. Everyone, you know, is worried about EMP or Nibiru or the zombie apocalypse or whatever it is. I don't worry about that stuff because I don't have time to worry about it. What I worry about is getting my land ready to sustain me and making sure I have enough food storage. Oh boy, I got some good water pressure here, buddy. All right. Alrighty, I'm back. I just changed over to another jug. But the things I worry about are, you know, having enough water and having enough food. You know, is my land doing what I want to do? You know, having land, if you have land and you don't work it, even minimally, then what's the sense of having it? There we go. All right, I'm going to move us. and I'll just start another video. All right, so I'm back, filling up another jug. Looks like I'll get a couple done before the crowd shows up. But like I said, if you have land and you're not doing anything, what's the sense of having it? And so our land was mostly wooded, and we're slowly clearing it out, getting it ready. I've got a couple things I'll show you that I'm going to use to help clear the land. But you know, it's just a constant thing. And like I said, the home prepping and all of this is really a lifestyle. You just can't go, you can't buy your way out of this. It takes work. It's not hard work. Like I said, I'm doing this today because it is a holiday and I don't feel like working hard, and this is something I can do pretty easy. I just sit here and talk to you and let the water fill up. We have county water here, so we don't have a well. We thought about putting a well in, but the driller, the one driller we talked to, it was $8,000 to $10,000 and no guarantee of water. So we put that on the back burner for a while. There's plenty of water around here if I have to go get some. I'm not afraid of not having water. I've got a creek in the back of my property, which one of my projects is to open a lane to the back of my property so we can access the creek. I've got rivers nearby. I've got larger creeks nearby. I can go get water if I need to, and I have containers to put the water in. So we chose county water, and water tastes pretty good. It's not bad water at all. This is what we do. But we are, you know, working at trying to get everything ready, and it just takes time. And the other thing I like about homesteading, I think I've said this before, is it gives me the opportunity to learn new things. Yeah, I'm an old guy, but I still like learning new things. I still enjoy going out here and trying to figure things out. I think I showed you some videos of my fencing I put up. Was it a great job? No. But did I learn a lot about fencing? Yes. Will I do things differently next time? Yes. But at least I did it on a small scale. I didn't start out with trying to run a quarter mile or a half a mile of fence. I started out small with a small project, and now I know what I need to do different next time. So I hope you all are out there having a good Thanksgiving. I hope you have a big table and you got lots of family. I hope you're just gonna enjoy the day and have peace. You know, thank the Lord for all you have. Thank the Lord for all you got. Be grateful. You know, spend the day being thankful. I know I am. I am grateful for my friends. I'm grateful for my family. I'm even grateful for all y'all out there who watch my podcast. I try to do that. You know, well, it keeps me out of trouble, number one, but number two, I try to do it as a service to help people learn the things and see the things that I'm going through, that it may help them when they decide to do their project. So that's all I got for you. I'll try and get this up today. So everybody stay safe and stay secure, and we'll see you.